Hey, Cooter! Joe! Check this out!
Hello and welcome back to Anywhere But Here. This is episode 106. My name is Tom.
And my name's Ed.
And you can find us at abhpod.com, where there is an Amazon banner up on the right hand corner. You can do all of your shopping on there and we get 5% of what you spend. It's there all year round, it's not just for Christmas.
It's not just for Christmas.
Like
Amazon is for life, not just for Christmas. I like it.
There are also other shows on
that
website, not just ours. Although, why you'd listen to the others, I have no idea.
Because they're great.
Oh, yeah! There's Ship Tie in Transit, which is mainly me and Ant here talking about supernatural and internet legends and things. It's kind of a bit of a hodgepodge.
Yeah,
of kind of strange but true.
Strange but true or false. Because we kind of debunked them, like we did the bloop, which turned out to be just like underwater
glacial movements.
Yeah, rather than a big, deep Cthulhu-type sea monster.
Or the fact that little girl who was mummified isn't really opening and closing her eyes.
No, it's the
all
moisture.
to do with moisture and
condensation
prisms.
and things. Yeah, and also, but we do that, kind of talk about the things that have been debunked, and we also speak sometimes about things that you're not sure if they're true, like spontaneous human combustion, which is weird, and there's some truth in it, but probably not quite what people think.
Yeah.
Kind of explained, but not. It's sort of unsolved things
Indeed.
as well.
We occasionally have guests on the show as well. We've had one so
Yes.
far in the 5 or 6 episodes.
5 or 6 episodes. We had
Stephen from History of Misunderstanding podcast, who came on and spoke very eloquently about
crystal skulls.
yes, and the monetary design of the dollar. On
Oh,
the
yeah,
bills,
that whole thing, yeah.
So again, it's open to other people to come on. Just give us an email if you've got some local urban legend from round your way.
Yeah.
Give us an email. If you don't want to come on, we'll just talk about it.
Yeah, just send us an email explaining it with all the background. Try and be as detailed. We'll have to do some research if you're not, and we don't like to do that. No. But yeah, we're making a big push for Ship Tie again, aren't we? We need to get that going again.
Because I feel like we need to get back into it. Myself and Joe recorded a Tom and Joe show last night.
Yeah, and that'll be out.
So that'll be out at some point in the next couple of weeks.
2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, it will get done definitely in the next 2 weeks.
Commit to a date, and then, you have to do it by then.
Well, I'll do it as quickly as I possibly can.
Yeah.
It'll be within a week, let's say that.
But yeah, so keep your eye out for that one.
Indeed.
Yeah, and if you do go to the website and you choose to look at any of those shows, of those shows, in the right-hand column, there will be links to the Stitcher and the iTunes for you to go and find them and subscribe them and rate them because you're nice.
Yeah, we love you for it.
We do.
You can also find us on Twitter at ABHPod, where we do a lot of communicating back and forth with people and things.
Yeah, there's been a few this week, actually. I saw that you were speaking to Andrew from Weekly Geek Speak about the snow.
About the snow, because we had a bit of a dusting of snow down here.
We did, and we're due some more. Apparently.
And you know what? Since I've started commuting,
yeah,
I've noticed the havoc that even a tiny bit of snow, like in the morning, in the evening of, was it Tuesday?
Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah,
it started
it was one of them.
snowing,
and it laid to about maybe half an inch.
Yeah,
probably. By the morning, it was gone.
Yeah.
But it was still snowing in the air.
Yeah,
there was nothing laying on the ground.
Yeah,
but
you had more snow over here than we did.
Because we're at the top of the hill.
We hardly got any.
We're right at the top of Bluebell Hill, so we don't. It all dumps up here before it falls off the edge of the hill. But the train that I got in the morning, actually, it was on time for me, but the train that I got on was half an hour late.
Oh, okay, so they were running half an hour behind, so you got the one before your normal
so I got to work on time.
But
imagine if you were waiting at that train station since 7:30 and you got on there at 8 o'clock. You wouldn't be happy.
No, you wouldn't. But does that mean that
there wasn't even any snow on the ground. There wasn't. It was just.
It is ridiculous. I mean,
the trains in this country.
Oh, damn them!
I'm gonna get on my soapbox.
But it's like because I was on late this week, so I was coming home sort of 10:15 at night, and I was driving home, and I thought, there's a bit of snow, and I'm not scared of a bit of snow.
No.
So I was kind of travelling maybe 5 miles an hour less than I normally would, possibly 10. So you got to be a bit careful.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But then we got to the top of Detling Hill.
Oh dear.
and it was hammering down. I couldn't see.
Really?
Like, there was no more of this warp. You know the warp drive when they just start?
Yeah.
Or hyperdrive in Star Wars, where they just start the jump. And it's a little bit, that's normal sort of snow as you're driving. But it got to the bit where they were kind of just about to pop out, and it was just white, just completely white, and I couldn't see. So I went from sort of like 65, 70 miles an hour down to 50.
Yeah.
And everyone in front of me, I got to a 50, and then I caught up with people in front of me who were doing 30.
Yeah.
And it was just so fucking dangerous. It wasn't, on the floor wasn't dangerous, on the ground, the snow on the ground wasn't dangerous.
But it was a whiteout.
It was just the fact you couldn't see.
Yeah, yeah.
It was scary when the snow's coming down that heavy.
Yeah, it is.
But we haven't had it quite as bad as some people.
No, not as bad as Massachusetts.
No,
apparently.
they've had it pretty bad.
They've had
haven't
feet of snow.
Yeah.
I saw a brilliant time-lapse image on one of the social media sites where someone had put a camera out the back and just filmed the snow as it started to lay, and it literally is just like it built up to something like 4 feet.
Jesus.
It was ridiculous.
But they wouldn't call that 4 feet of snow, would they? They'd call it something like 10 or 12. Or because it's weird, because they do it on square inch, like how much falls.
Oh, is that right?
I don't know how they do it. When they say, like, we've had 12 inches of snow, you're like, but there's not 12 inches of snow on the floor.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
It's actually the snowfall if you were to collect
it's a cube, like a foot cubed or something.
Yeah, I don't know how they measure it, but it's always like, we haven't got 12 inches of snow. What are you talking, or a foot of snow? What are you talking about? But I did see on Reddit, there was a picture of, I think it was another Massachusetts, where someone took a picture outside the back door, but they were kind of like in an alleyway, so the wind was whipping around, and the snow had formed in shape. It looked like something out of Nightmare Before Christmas. It was all curved, and
that's quite
it was really cool.
Sweet.
But terrifying.
So
because it's real life.
Yeah.
And snow did that.
So our thoughts go out to all our friends over in Boston.
Yeah, having your snow
Robbie
days.
and the drunk geeks all having fun in
I don't
the
know
snow.
if they're having... Because America's so fucking big, I don't know if they've been affected. I think Steve...
Robbie posted some pictures of him and his family playing in the snow.
Yeah, and Steve from the Drunk Geeks, because he's a photographer, he's going out taking pictures. He's taking Christmas cards with his camera. It's like amazing.
Yeah,
just like a lone sort of cabiny house in the middle of a field. I don't know if it's their house. Snow-covered field. Beautiful pictures. It's a very good photographer, that, Steve.
Indeed.
As is Robbie.
Indeed. Again.
So, yeah.
You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/AVHpod.
Share your pictures of the snow. Share your snow pictures with us.
Yeah, we want to see them.
Yeah. You can watch us, youtube.com/ABH podcast. Give you a little wave there.
Yeah.
And we have changed. You might have noticed. I did put it in the description of the video.
Yes, we didn't mention it on the podcast.
We didn't mention it
week.
because it was something that we kind of finally decided on after
the
fact. But we did mention it. We are now on the Tuesday when the full episode would normally go up. We're going to release just a shorter, 5-minute clip.
Yeah,
maybe
something
10.
that's funny.
Just something, our favourite conversation, really, or that might garner some interest, because we're trying to create
Draw in the punters.
Yeah, we're trying to create smaller clips that would be easier for people to share with their friends, because
we understand
if
people
you are
don't...
trying to share the whole episode with your friend, they might look at it and go, that's an hour long, I don't want to watch that.
Actually, one of the guys at work this week said to me, why is it over an hour long? And I was like, you don't listen to podcasts.
No.
Like, he's not a podcast listener. But he was like, what do you even talk about for an hour? And I was like, stuff.
Yeah.
Things.
Drumming.
Yeah.
So we're creating those shorter clips so they're more shareable. It is a sort of self-promotion thing, but that's kind of what we're in it for as well. Even though we say we're not in it to get more listeners.
It is nice.
It helps, because the more listeners that we get, the more money we could potentially get from it.
Yeah.
And we could improve stuff.
Yeah. I've spent a lot of money on that shed.
Yes, he has. He took us down there the other week with Loz, and it is looking, from when I last saw it, it's just incredible. It's
Carpets
a very good job.
in, tables made, felted.
Yeah.
The columns there, I just need to attach it to the wall, which means I can attach the crane arms.
There's even a photography sort of backdrop.
There is.
Which wasn't for the podcast itself.
No, but
we may make use of it.
We might hijack it.
Has it got a chroma screen as well? Green screen?
Yeah.
It has. That could be interesting.
We got green, white and black.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the green screen. So where was we? The Tuesday. That goes up on a Tuesday now, the shorter clip. And then today, when this new audio episode comes out, last week's video episode will go out.
Yeah.
To try and encourage people to just go with the audio.
Yeah. It's not like we hate the people that watch us on YouTube.
No. We're giving you a shorter clip, so we don't want to waste so much of your time.
Yeah.
No, there's method to the madness.
There is. So
let us know if you like.
Yeah, if
like it. You can email us abhpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you want both to go up on the same day, so you don't miss out. If YouTube is your main port of call, which from the views they're probably not, but
probably not. But there are some people.
There are some people. So if you do want it to come back to the Tuesday that it used to be, we'll put both clips up, I guess. I don't know.
Or we'll put it out earlier than the Sunday, maybe on a Wednesday or a Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't want to put 2 videos out on the same day.
No,
because that might confuse matters.
True.
And I don't want to commit to putting the shorter clip out on a Sunday.
Just let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all the housekeeping stuff out of the way.
I believe so. Yeah, I mean...
So, for Anywhere But Here this week...
I don't know.
It's been another one of them weeks again this week. I went on Tuesday and I watched 2 films.
Yeah. Oh, you actually did?
Yes, I stayed in the cinema all day. Luckily, 2 films synced up so that I didn't have any waiting time at all.
So you came out of one, went straight back into the other.
Yeah, amazing. I went down there. I got there at just about 11:15, which is when Whiplash started.
Yeah, that's that drumming film.
That is, the drumming film. And the girl behind the counter was like, "Are you a Cineworld card holder?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And she said, "So are you looking to watch a second film?" And I was like, "You just pushed me over the edge now." Yeah. I was going to do it anyway, but the fact that she was like, "Are you seeing something else too?" I was like...
What gave her the idea that you were?
That's exactly what I said to her. I was like, "I'll see Ex-Machina as well." Why did you just like... Is it that obvious? Like, one guy on his own has come down here at 11 o'clock in the morning.
That's what I was thinking. It's kind of like, she saw you walk out, she's like... He's a 2-film kind of guy.
Yeah, look at this sad sack.
Look at this loner with his popcorn.
And that's the thing. I actually bought... But I don't usually buy popcorn. I treated myself to McDonald's before I went in. And I got in there and I thought...
You probably had like ketchup or mustard just dribbling down your lip as you walked in.
Look at this sad, lonely little man. He's blatantly here all day.
Ketchup stain on your white t-shirt.
But so I went in and sat down, and then the trailers started, and not the trailers, the advertising, and I thought, I can't fuck this. So I went and bought a massive bag of popcorn and a massive carton bucket of drink, and went back in, knowing that wasn't just for this one film, knowing that I was sustaining myself through 2. Actually, in Whiplash, I didn't have the chance to eat anything at all because it was loud in places, but other times it was really quiet.
Because the problem with Cineworld, they do bags of popcorn, which I think is awesome because it's more like the cinema experience you would expect.
Yeah.
But then it makes noise.
Yeah, lots.
Whereas in Odeon, you've got boxes.
Bucket, or box.
Cartons. So when you do it, the only noise you get is the rustling of the popcorn, which isn't that bad.
Yeah. But I got to say, both really, really good films. All quite tense, actually. Like Whiplash, by the end of Whiplash, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, you're so jacked up.
You feel like you've been drumming for an
hour.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good. Really good. And kind of takes on the whole Rocky thing in a way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
No montage. Or is there a montage?
Yeah, there's montages. Of course there's montages.
There's got to be.
Yeah. Because it's basically, it could be about sport. It could be about anything at which you're trying to strive to be the best. And you're being pushed by this guy whose methods are kind of a little bit unorthodox and questionable. Yeah, J.K. Simmons is amazing in it.
Yeah, I have heard.
And it kind of... It's very simple. It's so low budget, but it looks amazing. Like The Theory of Everything, I look back at it and I'm like, it looks a bit televisual.
I suppose, yeah.
Whereas this looks like a film. It looks like it feels cinematic, the way that it was shot, the way that it was edited, and I think it's to do with the music and the beat and stuff anyway.
I never thought about that. The Theory of Everything. I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, it does.
And that was what I meant, I think, last week when I said it just wasn't as engaging as The Imitation Game. Because again, that was more cinematic.
Yeah, I think The Theory of Everything wasn't... It doesn't seem as grand. I don't think dramas on television are very grand, are they?
That's right.
They're kind of personal. I think that's hard to explain, but the difference
there was
between
just a
like
feeling.
BBC.
Yeah.
I think wasn't Theory of Everything in conjunction with BBC. Did I see a BBC logo at some point?
I'm not
I
sure.
may be making it up. It might have been something else I watched. But yeah, it has the BBC drama style feel rather than
a cinematic thing.
It's more down.
Whereas Whiplash is something to do with. Oh no, Ex-Machina was filmed for.
Was it?
But yeah, like the end thing. In a way, it's kind of like a battle. In the same vein that, say, the end of a Transformers film is like a 20-minute beat 'em up.
Oh, really?
The end of a Marvel film is a 20-minute beat 'em up. But this is just a drum solo for 10 minutes. No.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's riveting.
I heard on the Nerd Church, actually, they spoke about it, and they said that they believe the actor learnt to drum for the film. He wasn't a drummer before. He learned.
But he did 99% roughly of all the drumming in the film. There were very few, only for a couple of the close-ups. They used.
Because Stan had watched it, and he's a drummer.
Yeah.
And then he said that he could tell in some parts it didn't quite sync up, and the sound. The actual audio was playing two notes, where the drummer was obviously only playing one.
But as well, they were saying that they had to edit it in such a way as like they had to do quick jumps between some of the drum beats, because if he wasn't quite on time with what was recorded, they had to do cuts between each drum beat to speed up or slow down.
Oh yeah,
but seamless cuts, so you can't see it.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive.
Yeah.
And then Ex-Machina was really fucking good as well.
Was it really fucking good in just epic sci-fi?
Yeah.
Robot fucking. Yeah,
but
explosions.
Like it's no explosions. No. It's a drama.
Oh, is it the take on the whole when it's artificial intelligence?
Human. Like your man Donald Gleeson.
Where does humanity start?
Yeah. But it's really good. It's really clever, and then it keeps you on the edge of your seat because you're not quite sure who's playing who, and then there's a bit at which you think, wait a minute, I don't want to say too much.
Who's the bad guy?
Yeah.
Who's in the wrong?
And who is playing? Yeah, it's just it's interesting. It's an interesting morality tale, and then the end is it's a further twist, and it's a further like wow.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes you think. Really, there are certain things because Oscar Isaac's character, the head of the Blue Book, which is the search engine company, he's basically managed to. Donald Gleeson was like, how do you manage to get her to replicate and mirror emotion and facial expressions? And he was like, think about your mobile phone.
Yeah.
Every single person on the planet has a camera and a voice recorder. So what I did was got tapped every mobile phone in the world and used that to download the data of facial expression and movement and all this. And he was like, how the hell did you get away with that? He was like, all the phone companies knew I was doing it, but they couldn't go public with it because they'd have been admitted they were doing it too.
Wow.
And he makes this AI played by Alicia Vikander, who is just breathtaking. Like she's just about human enough, but there's this air of artifice and kind of automaton about the way she moves. And the way she kind of cocks her head, or like there's
it's
certain
almost
things.
real. It's that what's the word for it?
But you almost uncanny valley.
The uncanny valley thing. It's almost real, but there's something about it that's not quite right. The fact that the back of her head was missing, I think, probably gives it away. But it's the movement and the expression.
Is such that you get totally sucked in.
I've seen there was like a technology demo. I think I don't know if it was in the video. Did you see it?
I've seen that as well.
Where they kind of build this robot.
A Japanese-looking robot.
I can't remember which one it is. I think it is where they build the robot and the artificial intelligence is already there and they power her on, and then obviously they say, oh no, she's defective, we've got to take her apart, and then you see her just getting sad and scared, and it's just that's fucking...
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Oh, have you not seen that one?
No, I saw another one. It was about 15 minutes long, where this Japanese professor was talking to a robot that
no. Yeah, no, that's a technology demo as in real life robotics. This one is like a computer animated one.
I see.
It's kind of like the Ex-Machina, I think. It might, probably kind of led to the sort of inspiration for it. But yeah, it's about a robot being built. It's like a story, a narrative, and she's defective, so they got to take her apart, and then she's trying it's hard to watch. It's like you say, it's the whole...
There's that uncanny... It makes you, but the point of the Turing test is that which is what Donald Gleason is doing on the AI, is to kind of see if you're communicating with a robot, but it tricks you into thinking you're not talking to an AI.
Yeah.
That you think you're relating to another person.
Yeah, like
you don't see the strings anymore because it's so advanced.
Do you communicate with it like it's a real person rather than a robot emulating real person?
Yeah.
Do you start to believe it's alive?
Yeah, and there's a lot of kind of...
wow.
It's such a good film,
I really do want to go and see it.
You really need to see it.
Yeah.
You do. You love it.
There's
the most uncomfortable and weird disco dancing scene I've ever witnessed in a movie. Yeah, it's threatening and weird. There's just a bit where because basically what it is, Donald Gleason goes to spend a week with his boss, who's Oscar Isaac, in this facility where he's made these AIs, and he doesn't know why he's there until he gets there, and he has to sign a non-disclosure agreement and all the rest of it. But Oscar Isaac's character is just a bit strange, and he gets drunk a lot and a bit abusive, and he's got this woman there who he just abuses and can't speak the same language. And then there's this weird bit where they're in a room and it's all a bit kind of threatening, and then he makes this disco tune come on, all the lights in the room start going, then dances, and it's unsettling.
Yeah,
because he's such a prick. It's just there's something about it, when you see it you'll get it as well.
I kind of see what you mean. He's trying to sort of diffuse the situation. He's trying to,
but he's also imposing
coming
himself
onto her,
as
but
well.
It's kind of like, you will.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he's also doing it with Donald Gleason in the room after they've just had an argument, and he's like, "No, you got to cut loose. Come on, let's have a dance."
Yeah, that's
it's just
power trip.
Yeah. He's a complete megalomaniac.
He's imposing his power.
He's bloody brilliant in it as well. Oscar Isaac.
That's crazy. We watched for the first time last night. I actually sat and watched Chicago, which I've never seen.
Right. Okay, yeah.
I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, and it wasn't what I thought it was. It was really clever, really well made. Renee Zellweger's not very convincing,
right?
As the character she's supposed to be, and Catherine Zeta-Jones is actually better than I thought she would be.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's really, really good, and it's.
So I've never seen the film. I've seen the stage show on Broadway. Yeah. But I've not seen the film.
Yeah, the film was really good, really well made. I like there's the jail when they're in prison.
Yeah.
And when it's when Renee Zellweger, Roxy, first goes into prison, and she's laying in the cell, and she starts hearing sort of the guard's footstep and flicking a lighter or a match or something, and starts making a tune, and then she kind of goes into this dream sequence of imagining it as presented on stage. But then in the film they shoot it as though I imagine it would have been done on stage, where you've got the bars and the women behind the bars and they're coming out through.
Right,
so it's like it's on stage, but and it's really clever, really well done.
Because Richard Gere in it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Getting well-known actors in to do it was weird. John C. Reilly's in it.
Oh right, okay.
He was really good.
Yeah.
He plays Roxy's husband.
Okay.
He was
Mr.
really
Cellophane.
Good. Yes.
That's one of my favourite songs.
Yeah, that is really good.
Kind of musical.
But yeah, he was really good in it. I saw it and I was like, that's weird. Why is he in it? But he was really good. Richard Gere was all right. Just a bit uncomfortable in places watching Richard Gere do that. Doesn't quite seem like him. Yeah, Catherine Zeta-Jones was good. Renee Zellweger, yeah.
She is what she is.
Back
when she was.
But it's really good. I like the whole.
I
like the whole thing about Catherine Zeta-Jones being the one with all the power and the fame, and then Renee Zellweger's Roxy takes over, and then she's threatened. Her position of power was threatened, and then she kind of snaps it back. It's really clever, really, really good story. I didn't know anything about it.
No, I didn't know anything about it either. I'd seen the trailers for the films years ago.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's worth a watch. It's 2 hours though, and it's quite long. Liz fell asleep.
Depends whether you like musicals as well. That's the thing. I suppose,
I think the story holds up well though. I don't think the songs are. I mean, the songs are good. They're swing jazz songs, aren't they? It's different to normal musical songs, but
they're not
they are good. There's nothing particularly stand out. No, there's nothing that really stands out. Mr. Cellophane's obviously a really good one.
Yeah, I really
All
like
That Jazz
All
is a
That
really good one.
Yeah, Razzle Dazzle is that in there as well? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, actually, to be fair, there are quite a few standout songs. Yeah,
but they're songs that have kind of you've picked up in the public consciousness without even realizing it.
They are, aren't they? Yeah,
they've kind of seeped into pop culture.
Yeah, I think with it, the story itself is really good as well. We've turned into a film review podcast.
We shouldn't do this, should we?
No.
We've done 20 minutes.
I just thought I'd bring that up because
yeah. Well, we're talking about films.
And I said I watched one last night that I did want to see that I didn't know anything about and actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I'd quite happily watch it again.
Fair play.
But I brought up Twitter because we mentioned it earlier. But so like that conversation went away a while ago. Paul from
talking about films
down in the southwest.
Let's keep it on films for a second. Paul has seen Richard Linklater's The Boy.
Did he? No, I don't think he's seen it.
Boyhood, sorry.
I don't think he saw it, but he was talking to us about it because we mentioned it last week. Yeah, and apparently it took 12 years to make.
Yeah,
or something. I don't know. To me that's not a selling point. It shows commitment.
Yeah, it's an artistic thing.
Doesn't make it a good.
Yeah.
There's going to be.
From what I've heard, it's not. What Paul has said as well. It's not high on plot.
No, it's all about the 12 years to make.
Might as well just have been a documentary.
He said, "Oh, you watched the boy grow up over 12 years, though," like in his sarcastic way. He does. I was thinking to myself, "Yeah, but I've seen my daughter grow up over the last 7 years. Doesn't mean that I should be nominated for an Oscar."
But you haven't filmed it.
No, I filmed bits of it and took pictures. Yeah, should I put it all together?
Yeah, in another 7 years.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, about our new theme as well. People seem to like it.
Yes, yeah,
quite positive feedback.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah,
because that is way more us.
Yeah, it's the pop punk.
Yeah. It's what.
Did I mention last week, or did I tell you about it when Liz? I was playing bits of it when I was working on it, and Liz said. What is? I know that song. I said, I have played it a couple of times before. I made it. It's for the podcast. Oh, that's why. Because it sounds like High Frequency, which is our old band. So any songs we write, I have the pop punk.
They have that basic kind of that kind of sound.
Usually 4 chords, a simple melody. That's all you need for pop punk.
Yeah. Speaking of pop punk.
Oh yeah, this
big news.
Boring thing.
Yeah.
Going on.
We know that Cara is very upset at the moment. I don't think personally I could give a fuck anymore.
No.
Tom DeLonge has left Blink-182 again.
He didn't leave.
Oh no, it was what?
Pushed.
Was he though?
I don't know.
I don't know who to believe, and frankly, I don't care. They're acting like children.
They really are. I kind of understand, but it depends who you prefer. Like Tom DeLonge, I've never really had much of an affinity towards. Yeah. Oh, I've never really. His old punk voice was really good. These days he's a bit weird.
Yeah.
So I'm more on the Mark Hoppus
his diction's always been a bit of a bone of contention for me.
I've always been more on the Mark Hoppus side.
Yeah.
Travis, I think he's amazing drummer, but he's boring as fuck. He really is.
Yeah.
Unless you like Cadillacs, then he's probably quite an interesting person. He comes across, I would say he's boring. He's never at the forefront. You never see his personality really. No. To be fair, so you can't really get drawn to him.
It's true.
But Mark Hoppus has always been the funnier one. He's kind of more my sort of cup of tea.
Yeah.
Although his podcast, he does come across as quite an arsehole sometimes, to be honest with you. But I can see their side of it. If they feel that Tom hasn't put the effort in that he should do, I can see why they're now going, look, we've always protected him. This is what he's actually like. That I see is fine. But on the other hand, that's kind of childish, like you said.
Yeah, they're all acting like children. And I think they just needed to have just been like, right, this is over again. Wish you well. Bye. They're all in their mid-40s. They shouldn't be acting like this.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
They really shouldn't.
It's pathetic. But they're going on. They've got Alkaline Trio's Matt Skiba in, which is an odd choice.
Well, they've got him in for
the music
festival, which is the Travis Barker music festival that Blink-182 were signed up for. And then Tom was like, "Oh, I don't want to do that." Yeah. Oh no, he got his manager to say he wasn't interested.
And that's
I think that's what the sort of nail in the coffin was that he. Rather than phoning and talking himself, his manager came across. So
but
do we know
this is
if
what
Tom
happens.
DeLonge actually did say it then?
Yeah, but this is what happened last time as well, apparently, which is what they're saying is the management rather than Tom.
Yeah.
But then as well, Tom went off and did Boxcar Racer without Mark knowing about it.
And took Travis.
And that was effectively what started all the things in the first place. And it just sounds like they've never really got on.
Yeah, it's the fact that Tom DeLonge, I think, has got a lot of ambition. He's got a lot of projects he wants to do, and then he goes and does it without thinking of how it might affect something else.
Yeah.
He doesn't think of other people. It sounds like quite a selfish thing.
Yeah.
But like we say, like we like what they've done in the past. We have seen them
Yeah.
at their best.
Yeah.
The last concert, even though it's them recently with Tom's Voice, the last time I saw them at Brixton was probably the best Blink concert I've ever been to.
Yeah.
It was incredible. But
I don't know. I stopped. I didn't. Everything past Take Off Your Pants and Jacket has been a bit kind of. I didn't really like the self-titled one all that much. It was a bit kind of. There was some good stuff on there. And then Neighbourhoods was fine, but not great.
it was too much. I think going from Take Off Your Pants and Jacket to the self-titled album was too much of a departure in sound.
Yeah.
There was no. It didn't seem. There was no progression.
That's it.
of sound.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
slow thing. It was from one this
Yeah.
pop punk to this kind of
Strange.
experimental pop punk
Yeah.
sort of thing. And then Neighbourhoods was just like not.
Not at all.
I like all the albums individually, but you know, if you're talking about Blink 182, it's up to Take Off Your Pants and
Yeah.
Jacket.
After 2003,
Yeah.
you know, it all kind of dropped off for me. It doesn't affect me in the slightest. I've always thought Tom was a bit of a prick.
Yeah.
And I would rather hear more Plus 44, although that's not going to happen. Because now Mark and Travis are going to drag on Blink 182 with someone else.
Yeah, because they don't want to.
They don't want it to be a legacy band.
Yeah, they don't
the
want
thing
to
is,
not
it
be
is a
able to
legacy
play
band.
Blink 182 songs. That's the problem. They
Yeah.
want to keep Blink. Yeah, it.
Like, I get it, because that's your bread and butter. But
Yeah. None of it's going to spoil how we feel about their older stuff.
No,
Still love it.
It's kind
Still
of
gonna
like,
listen to it.
in a way, it's kind of like the Rolling Stones and to an extent Queen
Yeah.
and some other bands that keep going because they're a legacy band. Like
Yeah.
they're not. It was like we were talking about last week with Elton John.
Yes.
He's not current.
Yeah.
Yet he will still play all the hits
Because people-
and make a ton of money.
Yeah.
Because people still want to go and see those songs being played, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
But I don't think Blink-182 are even like, they're nowhere near that, are they? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Even Green Day have got to a point where they're more than they were in the start.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They've become, they made themselves more immediate and more relevant with American Idiot and what they've done later.
The trick.
It's not my cup of tea,
No.
their later stuff.
No, I don't think I've
At
listened to
all.
anything after American Idiot.
No, I haven't either.
I think American Idiot took Green Day and put them
Back on the map. It updated
mass,
them.
like to the masses.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
They
It was
became,
selling out.
They
Let's
became
just say
popular.
it.
Yeah, yeah. In regards to the whole nation, the whole
Yeah.
of the world,
Yeah.
suddenly became aware of Green Day rather than just the select few in that scene.
Yeah.
Like, but Blink 182 never did. They almost did with I Miss
Yeah.
You.
And to an extent, all the small things, like back in
They didn't
1999.
carry it on. The problem is they didn't carry it
that's
on.
it. Yeah. 1999 was their high point, and then kind of Take Off Your
But
Pants and Jacket was an extension of that. and
The
then,
difference, I think, was American Idiot was a song that
Yeah.
everyone loved. It was
Yeah.
a pop song. It was
Yeah.
a pop catchy song.
Yeah.
Whereas All the Small Things was the video. It was a parody video, which is why people liked it. I don't think
Yeah.
people liked the song as much as they liked the video.
yeah, I think you're right.
Whereas American Idiot was about the song, not the video.
Yeah.
So there was the difference.
Yeah.
And Green Day carried it on because they just kept doing the same thing.
That's right.
They went, oh, that sound works. We'll do another song just like that. That album was awesome. American Idiot. I
it's
really
true.
liked that album.
Yeah. I can look back at it now because I didn't really used to like Green Day so much. But you got to respect them for staying current and actually, becoming this global. They're up there, aren't they, with kind of your My Chemical Romances and.
Oh, they
Foo
still though.
Fighters
Do you
and
think
things.
if they released
I
anything,
don't
off their
know.
own No Dos Tres, like they released 3 CD album,
That was a bit stupid,
and
then
I didn't hear any of it on the radio one.
No, that's true. I couldn't even.
Or maybe
tell you.
one. Song.
Yeah, there was one. The first single off
Yeah.
it, whichever
And that was
whatever
it.
that was called. Yeah, I don't know. I just I think that.
I think it went da na 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 na. Oh no, that was American Idiot. Sorry. It went something like that anyway.
Did it go da 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 Oh no, that's 21 Guns.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know.
No. Yeah. So, grown-ass men are acting like tiny children in the playground.
Yeah.
It's give it up.
Yeah, it's fine. You were a good band. People loved you. You did your comeback, and it worked.
Travis has probably made more money off of all the remixes that he's done for rappers.
Yeah, and his clothing lines.
Famous Stars and Stripes. Straps,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's all too expensive for me.
Speaking of Stars and Stripes, actually.
Yeah.
It's the World Championships of American National Football, isn't it?
What's it called? The World Series? Or
yeah, that's today.
It's
It's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you can become the champions of the world,
Yeah.
even though only American teams are allowed to take part.
Yeah.
That's today. New England Patriots and Seattle Seahawks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Which is weird, right?
Rugby for...
No, see, the thing is, I kind of like American football.
I don't.
I like the
I don't
tactics.
really like a lot of American sports. They're too long and drawn out.
It is very long, and it's on way too late for us. I think it kicks off, or the show starts at 11:30 GMT tonight.
That's,
and it's like 3 hours.
That's time zones.
It's a 3 hour program, 3 or 4 hours, or it's half a day or whatever. There's only 20 minutes per quarter, I believe.
Something like that.
So it's only like an hour and 20-minute game.
I know,
or something,
it's ridiculous.
And it goes on for like 4 hours.
It's like a music concert and film festival with a football game in the middle of it.
It takes so long. Yeah, it's adverts broken up by fat football, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I quite like it. I like the tactics of it. It's a very tactical game, but
it's fun to watch. I don't know the first thing about it.
But my problem is, you've got Seattle, which is like a city within a state. Yeah. Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
You've got New England Patriots. New England is a region made up by 5 or 6 states.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what the fuck.
Yeah, I suppose that's a bit strange.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think the New England Patriots, I think, are a Boston team. Or they're playing Greater Boston. And that usually, if it's greater, that means just outside of, doesn't it? Like Greater Manchester isn't technically Manchester, it's just outside of Manchester.
Yeah, like Cheshire.
Yeah, so I think New England Patriots play just outside of a Greater Boston-based team. But they call themselves the New England Patriots, so they're saying, like, no, we represent the whole region, not just where we play. I don't know.
Yeah.
I looked it up just to make sure. Because I was like, hang on, isn't New England a region rather than like a state or a town or a city? So that's happening. And so we'll get some like really important movie trailers or something to watch.
It'll be, I don't know, Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
It looked really interesting. It didn't look to me like a superhero film. It looked like a really good sci-fi film.
True, yeah.
From
It's
the
got
trailer.
it's got the kid from Whiplash as
is
Reed
it?
Richards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I of Weekly Geek Speak post out their whole "What do you think of it?"
Yeah,
so I said
that's
I
where
actually weirdly got more excited by this than Ant-Man. Like this trailer to me was more interesting than the Ant-Man trailer. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, I just heard too many awful things about what it's about.
Yeah.
Like the fact that Doctor
haven't.
Doom isn't actually Doctor Doom. He's some sort of blogger or something.
He's an actor that's
Yeah.
playing the part.
And they're going into
Iron Man 3.
Yeah. And
Sorry, spoilers.
They're going into like it's almost I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't care.
I mean, to me, the
Fantastic Four have never really done it for me anyway. Really.
No, I did mention a while ago. I think I started reading FF, which is the the new Fantastic Four. I think they're Freedom Foundation or
Something
Freedom
like that,
something.
yeah, Force.
But I started reading that, and it's really good. It's really difficult to kind of get your head around because you've got the Inhumans and things like that. But
Okay, yeah.
I think it's the Inhumans, the Council.
Black Bolt and those guys.
I can't remember, but I read a couple of issues of that, and it was really interesting. But yeah, I mean, Fantastic Four. The trailer looked really good to me, but I don't know what trailers we're getting because Batman Superman was that June we're getting a trailer for that or something.
I don't know.
They've announced a date for the trailer.
But
hey, there'll be something.
Yeah.
I imagine some surprise that nobody saw coming.
Yeah. Because last year it was Transformers and
Transformers.
and something else.
Yeah.
Captain America 2, maybe?
Possibly.
Maybe.
I don't know. But hey, it's the World Championship of National Football
also,
tomorrow.
This is when advertisers make like full-length adverts as well. And Budweiser, we got sent that thing by Dave. From down in Cornwall, the real-life Pac-Man advert.
What was it? Was it like a practical
Bud
joke?
Light. No, yeah, basically they asked this guy in a bar. He was drinking Bud Light, and their slogan is "Up for anything."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Would you do anything for a Bud Light?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so they take him and his mates to this big thing. They put this massive coin into a slot.
Yeah.
And these doors open up and there's loads of people inside. And then he basically plays a giant game of Pac-Man where they've made the maze and there's people dressed as ghosts.
Right.
But there's an audience all the way around the outside and there's a DJ doing all the music and the effects while he's running around getting all the...
Okay, very American.
Yeah, he runs over the lights and then there's a bit where he gets the power up and has to go around and bop the ghosts and they go back into the middle.
Well, the thing is, Rooster Teeth had a series on the YouTube channel called Immersion, where they kind of go, would this work in real life? This thing in a computer game, would it work in real life? And they done like first person car where they blacked out the windows, put a camera behind the car on a long stick, and then the guy's driving inside, but he's got a TV screen. So third person, sorry. So he's driving the car in third person mode. But on their last series, they did real life Pac-Man.
Okay.
The guy was dressed up as Pac-Man. He's in a giant...
Right.
Oh, no, the ghosts of giant sumo suits or something.
Yeah.
Or he's in a sumo suit with a bat and he's got to whack... Oh, no, they've got bats and they've got to whack the Pac-Man. He has to go around pressing lights to turn them off in the Pac-Man maze. So it's like... They did it and now Bud have gone, we're going to do that. It's a bit... But hey, I mean, the Bud Light one will be probably a lot more convincing than theirs, which was just like...
I'll show it to you.
Which is like scaffold frames with black curtains.
Oh no,
over.
this looks
like
this
would look
really
good.
cool.
Yeah. Theirs was basic, but they're like an internet video company, and that's Budweiser.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I have seen something similar to that. Like I'll show you that anyway.
Yeah,
Rooster Teeth have actually taken a break for a couple of days because one of their staff members, the guy who created Ruby, actually that we've spoken about, he's been hospitalised, and they're not sure if he's going to live.
Shit.
Which is fucking horrific. Nobody knows why yet because they haven't said, and it's kind of right that they don't say, but they set up a fund account to help the family with the cost of medical bills, and I think within 8 hours they'd raised over $100,000.
Wow.
Which just shows the strength of like a online community.
Yeah,
really.
true.
It's incredible.
And that's something else that Dave was saying actually about the online community. I get my notifications up again. He had just finished listening to episode 104 and it felt like we were all sitting together in a pub. It's a sense of community that amazes me. And it's true, the online community, as much as there are lots of trolls and horrible people out there, there are certain pockets, aren't there, of like this kind of creative media.
Yeah, just not YouTube comments. Although I think they were mainly positive on this Rooster Teeth video where they announced it, but then you get the occasional people, oh, fucking why don't Rooster Teeth just pay for the bills? They're a big company. It's like, what?
It's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah, like,
it's nothing to do with
and it's
them.
like the members of Rooster Teeth did. One of the members of Rooster Teeth donated $1,000.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, yeah. So people can be horrible, but yeah, I'm glad that came across. I mean, it's something like Dave's, the sense of community is something we always kind of we end up talking about when we when we have the episodes like that.
Yeah.
And it is nice. It's something that's awesome to be a part of.
It is.
When you start things like this, you don't think you're going to make genuine friends.
No, not
like
at
that.
all.
You do.
We're never going to get to the point of Rooster Teeth style popularity, but it just shows that you can find microcosms, of that, and we have found it.
Yeah, of course.
We're very lucky. Good. But we don't have to rely on handouts for our hospital bills, which is quite good.
No.
Unless you want to go private.
Well, yeah. I'm sure we could try and raise a bit of money for medical bills if we needed to.
Take it
Just
out.
go through the Amazon banner. I don't even know if that's enough to bloody get an ingrown hair pulled.
Probably not. Andy Murray's girlfriend has gotten in trouble at the Australian Open.
Yes.
He's made it. He's into the final today.
Yeah.
I think with
that is today. I did get a
Novak
notification
Djokovic.
about that, yeah.
During his semi-final match against Thomas Berdych.
Yeah. Sorry, I just read the quote.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that's what she'd said. Bloody hell.
It wasn't heard, but it was lip read.
Yeah, Kim Sears.
Kim Sears is Andy Murray's fiancée,
Yes.
I think now. So yeah, at one point she was seen mouthing the words "fucking have it, you Czech flash fuck." Apparently in the direction of Berdych's team, not even Berdych himself.
Yeah, she's Scottish, isn't she?
No,
He is.
she's not. He
I
is.
was going to say that's very.
Fucking have it, yeah. See you, Ginny.
Oh yeah, to be fair, she would have said that if she was Scottish, wouldn't she?
She'd be wearing a tam o'shanter, wielding a claymore.
Oh fucking hell, yeah! Fucking have it, you Czech flash.
Fucking have
fuck.
it, yeah.
That's
Czech
poor English,
flash
though. It should have been
fuck.
flash Czech fuck.
Yeah, true.
Rather than Czech flash fuck.
She was in the moment. She hadn't prepared it. Lots of people said that it was a little bit out of order. Possibly,
yeah.
So what she's doing today, she's wearing a Parental Advisory explicit content logo T-shirt,
Which is fucking amazing.
which is quite
That's
funny.
brilliant.
Yeah.
I think she had officially apologised for it.
Yeah, of course.
She probably said sorry, turned away and said that I got caught.
Murray was quick to defend Sears following the semi-final, saying the pressure of the occasion caused her outburst. And I might try and affect Andy Murray voice.
Oh,
Well, there's a lot of tension surrounding something which you, the media, create by referring to the fact his former assistant coach, Danny Valverde, now coaches Berdych. Then it's completely normal.
I think that was just boring enough.
The whole first set, but everyone was tight. My physical trainer, physio, I'm sure for Danny it was uncomfortable. Even Thomas, who rarely says anything on the court, there was tension there for him as well. Yeah, in the heat of the moment, you can say stuff that you would get, and yeah, that's it.
I think that voice is just boring enough to be Andy Murray.
Thank you.
That's good. Boring in like a monotonous in tone.
Yeah.
He's ready.
He's just like, I'm very happy to have won Wimbledon. I'm not going to cry.
Yeah, the greatest moment of my life. Can you tell by the smile on my face?
Sports
Just one corner.
Sports
goes up.
personality of the year 2012.
He does show emotion sometimes.
He
Let's
does.
not
He
be
did.
totally
He
unfair.
did cry. He forgot to hug his mum when he won.
If he's seen his mum, miserable woman. She's just as I don't know.
We're not stereotyping the Scottish
No, just Andy Murray.
and his family.
Yeah, but his fiance though.
Oh, he's punching above his weight. If he
Well
wasn't a
above his
superstar,
weight.
if he wasn't a superstar tennis player earning millions,
Yeah.
go on, Andy.
Yeah, go on, Andy.
We'll be watching later on. No, it's probably happened actually. To be quite fair, it's probably already happened because it's in Australia, isn't it? So
Do you think he enjoys her Murray Mound? I couldn't come up with anything better. I'm sorry. For those who don't know, outside Wimbledon, it used to be called Henman Hill when Tim Henman played. Now it's called Murray Mound.
Was it also dubbed Rosetsky Ridge whenever he was playing as well? Wasn't it?
But I don't know.
I think it was.
That shouldn't have been at all.
He was all right. I always felt like he was the underdog, and I like an underdog.
He wasn't. He wasn't technically.
Well, he was Canadian.
He was
British
technically
passport.
British,
Yeah, of
wasn't
course
he?
was,
He was
yeah.
technically
Yeah,
British.
he was born
even
in
though
Canada.
He was born in Canada and grew up in Canada and spent his whole life in Canada.
Yeah.
He had.
But
a
it
British
meant we had
parent.
another fucking tennis player.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Like,
Who
let's
was
not
actually
take
quite
it,
good.
Yeah, who got into Wimbledon every year.
Yeah, it's
so-
just to be fair, it's just the same as Andy Murray is Scottish.
only when he's winning.
Yeah. No, when he's losing, he's Scottish.
No.
Oh, to him. Oh yeah, but to us, when he's it's the opposite. When he's losing,
we've covered Andy Murray before on this podcast, and I actually gained quite a lot of respect for him when
he's all right. He's not that bad.
Yeah, because he went on Mock the Week after he won, and they ripped the absolute piss out of him,
and he took it
like a champ
because he is a champ.
Yeah,
or he was.
Yeah, he might be now. I should probably look up and see what's
still going. To be fair, I don't think it started. Oh, it's Australia, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not sure when it does. I got a notification from Stitcher saying that Andy Murray's playing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stitcher,
it's on at the moment. It's on at the moment. Let's have a look. The score. Well, 7-6, 6-7, and then it's 2-2. So it's going with serve at the moment.
So drawing sets.
Yeah, one set all on the third set.
2 matches.
Games. Yeah, 2 games. Yeah, because match is the whole thing.
Games a match, yes. Yeah. But it is just a game.
Yeah.
So Andy Murray. Yeah, his what the whole point of this article, we went on a fucking Andy Murray rant. The whole point was that his fiancée got
a bit wound up
and said something she shouldn't have, and now she's wearing a Parental Advisory t-shirt, which is great.
Good on
So it's like, don't film me because I might fucking swear again. Yeah, if you catch me swearing, I'm not going to apologise. The fault is just yours.
Yes.
William and Kate. Now, again, headlines. We talk about journalism and how twisted it can be sometimes, and headlines can be misleading. This is a HuffPost article that says William and Kate, obviously our royals, declined to support Benedict Cumberbatch's campaign to pardon gay men like Alan Turing.
Oh.
That's a bit terrible, isn't it?
Yes, but where's the twist?
The twist. So the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge today rejected a plea to get involved in a campaign to pardon tens of thousands of gay men convicted alongside imitation game codebreaker Alan Turing. So they're not declining it, saying that we're not going to pardon the men. It's just like, we can't get involved.
Yeah.
So it's not really quite as bad.
No, it's not the snub that tabloid is looking for.
No, not at all. But yeah, Cumberbatch and Stephen Fry are among campaigners who have signed an open letter asking the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge to support the campaign, which has reached 73,000 signatures. It's basically Alan Turing was pardoned.
Yeah.
Is it posthumous?
Only in 2013.
Yeah, after his death.
Obscene.
The Queen pardoned him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was arrested for being gay
and chemically castrated.
Chemically castrated, yeah. But people are now looking to pardon the other 49,000 that were prosecuted. Some of them are still alive. Most of them are dead. Yeah, and William and Kate have basically just said, like, we can't really get involved in this. It's a government issue. It's not anything to do with us. I suppose they could show their support.
Yeah,
I think being the royal family, I don't think they can't really go against.
But also, because the monarchy don't really have all that much control over government. They can stop bills.
Yeah, I mean, the Queen did pardon Alan Turing, but that was after the government have decided to issue the pardon.
Yeah, but I think as well, it would be better coming from the Queen, seeing as she was in power at the time.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
Not Will and Kate, who were both born well after.
Yes, it says in a letter to the government and published in The Guardian, people like that have set up the petition, they are calling for the royal family to act and convince the government to pardon all of those convicted under the outdated law. The letter states the UK's homophobic laws made the lives of generations of gay and bisexual men intolerable. It's up to young leaders of today, including the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, to acknowledge this mark on our history and not allow it to stand. So they've just pulled them into it in this letter. Like, they haven't contacted them and asked them to get involved. They've just kind of written it in the letter, said it's up to people like them.
Yeah.
We call upon Her Majesty's government to begin a discussion about the possibility of pardoning all the men, alive or deceased, who, like Turing, were convicted. A spokesman for the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge said that as this is a matter for government, they would not make any public comment on the issue. So they haven't even said they're not supporting it. They're just like, it's a government issue. We aren't going to comment.
Yeah, because it's irresponsible.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a bit...
HuffPost.
Yeah, it's a bit twisted, isn't it? Saying that they're not supporting it. It's like, no, they're not supporting it.
It's basically taking an anti-royalist view on it, isn't it, really? That's their agenda there, is that, like, look at these fucking toffs not getting involved in the, working man struggle. or whatever. They're not for equality. They're not for this. They're not for that. And it's not at all.
True. It's just like it's got nothing to do with us.
Yeah,
and we can't have. And I mean, yes, they should really, because I think if they come out and go, yeah, it is wrong, they should be pardoned. Then it is showing that, yeah, well, obviously convicting gay people is totally wrong. So it's like, ugh.
Yeah. It's just such a...
It's an awkward position to be put in.
Yeah, because the thing is, it was...
And they were put in the position. They weren't...
It's an archaic law as well. Like, it's a law from decades ago that has been revoked since. And there's nothing to do with them.
No, it's got...
It is a government procedure.
Yeah. It was actually... Gay sexual activity was only decriminalised in 1967.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, it's obscene.
The Death Act, though, because in 1533, under the Buggery Act, same-sex activity was banned and punishable with the death penalty. And in 1861, the Offences Against the Person Act formally abolished the death penalty for buggery, which included anal sex, oral sex, or sex with an animal.
Yeah, because oral sex of any kind is sodomy.
Yes. Yeah.
Biblically speaking.
Yes. As I say, the oral sex is frowned upon in the Bible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Another reason for you atheists to not like religion. So... Yeah, the HuffPost taking a really, really... Here, look at this headline.
Yeah.
Click it. Go on, click it. Read it. And I did.
And you did.
And I got annoyed that they fucking just went, oh, they're not supporting it. In fact, they were never actually formally asked to support it.
Yeah. Idiots.
They were just included in a letter.
Yeah. Speaking of buggery and sodomites and anuses.
Yeah.
There is a British man who has got a rather strange sideline, and we were notified of this by Chris Osborne, Ozit, on Twitter. And it's an amazing video. We're not going to show the whole thing because it's over 7 minutes long, but we've got a couple of little sound bites here.
We did retweet it, didn't we?
We retweeted it. It went out on Facebook earlier on in the week. Maybe we'll redo that again once the episode drops so people can go and have a look at it.
Yes.
If not, you can find it on the Facebook page. You'll be able to find it in our Twitter notifications, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be findable.
It'll be there somewhere. You'll find it. He's got a strange pastime. And here's a little bit of an explanation, I guess.
Go for it.
I came up with the idea, I don't know where from, but that a sculpture of an anus should be made in chocolate. It just seemed to make some sort of poetic sense. We first started selling edible anuses 10 to 15 years ago. 15 years ago.
We'll cover you up so that just your anus is showing, right?
What they actually are is a very small sculpture based on the cast of a real anus.
An anus.
We've got this as well.
Apparently.
Yeah, basically, he does stuff with anuses. He moulds people's anuses and makes them into chocolates.
Now, this guy, how can we describe what he looks like? The video is this woman. She's a model?
Model? What's her name? I've forgotten her name. Her name.
Doesn't matter.
No.
It'll be there somewhere. But she's a model, American, I believe.
Raina Terra.
Very
Some
clever.
of you might know her if you read magazines like Bizarre.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She basically wanted to get a cast of her anus. Of a starfish, I think she refers to it, doesn't she?
Yes, yeah. Her brown eye into a bronze statue or something.
Yeah, and basically she's gone to this quite an eccentric Englishman who looks odd.
Yeah, he's a thin man with a hobo beard.
We should probably point out this is in his flat.
Yes,
as well. This isn't like a medical facility. This isn't a shop. It's in his flat, in his kitchen, I believe.
Yeah. And so he's kind of progressed from making just edible chocolates that are in the shape of someone's anus.
Yes.
Like you can go to him, he spackles a load of moulding clay into your brown eye and then forms a chocolate out of it.
Yeah, and then sends it off.
You can send it to your loved ones for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Maybe you can find him on Amazon. Who knows? avhpod.com.
Yeah, but he's expanded into
bronzing.
They're like little coin sized
things,
aren't they?
It's not like you get I was going to say a bust.
No, a big statue of like arse cheeks with like the cheeks pulled apart.
No, it's literally just the anus.
Just the
sphincter.
Well, I think he wants to expand even further, doesn't
Yes, there are some other things on here, and I urge you to go and watch the video because
The whole video is
it is
genius.
hilarious. He gets this girl to kind of wear her ankles as earrings while he pops. It's ridiculous.
Then he talks about the first time that he tried to. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, the first time he tried to do it on himself after his wife and kids had gone out.
Yeah,
he
went out shopping. And he thought, I'm going to try and mould my anus. I can't believe he actually said Uranus in it as well.
Yeah, I know.
Which is amazing. So what else?
there are other applications. If you own a Chinese restaurant, you may find some rather interesting and unique uses
for bronzed
the
anus.
bronzed anus, and here they are.
I tell you what they're good for, chopstick holders. Because they got that dent in them, and if you can put your chopsticks in them with the right sort of Chinese restaurant, we could sell loads of them.
Or
coffee cups. We thought about putting one in the bottom of a coffee cup so that when you've drunk your coffee, it's just in there looking at you.
Staring at you. It's incredible.
what a very strange.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah,
as
thanks,
well.
Ozzy. That gave me
all
quite
these
a lot
suggestions of people with like their arse, legs behind their ears and mould. Oh god, it is fantastic. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that is just enough to get you through the day. I think just that little clip. But just spend 7 minutes. Find 7 minutes of your day and just go and watch this whole video.
It is hilarious.
At one point, she looks terrified. Like, have I made a mistake?
Yeah, she's not sure, is she? Because there's this weird man and his partner.
Yeah.
It is not safe for work. Don't watch it at work.
No, don't.
Probably not a good idea. Like, it's not graphic or anything, but
It's
still,
suggestive.
Yeah.
It's enough to get
Suggestive
you fired.
starfishes.
Yeah.
And rusty sheriff's badges.
Yeah, tarnish. Why did they start calling it a rusty sheriff's badge? Because the original suggestion was tarnished.
Was it?
Sheriff's badge?
I don't know.
It's pissed me off. It pisses me off every time they say it.
Okay.
Hollywood Babylon, by the way.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman. Sorry.
Oh dear. What an interesting show. Lots of segues.
Yeah. It's great because it's another one of those ones where we started and we're like, I don't know. I've even got a story that I didn't use.
Fair play.
Which was a depressing one, which I'm quite glad we
That's
didn't have
not.
to use.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
We're not doing depressing this week, Robert England. We haven't mentioned death once, have we?
No, we mentioned the Rooster Teeth guy.
Oh, yeah.
Which was just something in public in my conscious because it's a recent thing, and there was something else I think.
Well. It's our fucking show.
And it's free.
Oh dear. Anyway, I'm off to get my anus bronzed. So for this week, we have been.
I might get bronze bollocks.
So for this episode of Anywhere But Here, I have been Tom.
And I have been Ant.
Bye.